Welcome back to Andertons TV, and in today's video we are looking at the amazing new Squier Sonic series from Fender. Well, there you go. Squier, who doesn't know who Squier is? I mean, if you don't know who Squier is, maybe you can be slightly forgiven. But if you don't know who Fender are, then you are unforgiven. So Squier is the kind of the long-standing brand that Fender have used to make some more affordable versions of their guitars. And for many, many years, the Bullet series has been the entry point that you would find Squier guitars at.
Makes sense as well, Bullet entry point. And while we're at that, please like and subscribe, and all the links are below, of course, to this video and to all the products. And remember, you can win a tron when we hit 1 million subscribers.
So Squier Sonic, not to be confused with a
Sega
model...
Mega Drive.
Sega Mega Drive. Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, not to be confused with hedgehogs. Not to be confused with... a couple of years ago, there was a model called the Squier Supersonic, which was a shape. So this is not that. This is a Sonic. This is the Sonic series.
Yes.
Building on, I mean, to be honest with you, I liked the Bullet series. If there was a criticism of the Bullet series, the range was perhaps a bit boring. There weren't many model options, and the colours were very conservative.
Yeah.
So with Sonic, not only have we got a couple of upgrades to the spec, we've also got a much more interesting range of options now, and we're going to go through those in a minute. We've got most of them here today, but not all of them, and a killer new lineup of colours. So Pete's going to play that opening jam. I was using the Katana. Pete was using his valve amplifier, the Freeman Little Sister. But we're going to do all the tone demos now out of the Katana 50, because I think that's kind of fairer for a sort of an affordable guitar demo. What are you going to start with then?
I think I will start where it all began, with the Telecaster.
Mr. Pete.
This is cool, isn't it? What a colour. So specs on these, what I always notice about what I noticed about the Bullet series is that it's slightly a slimmer body.
That is correct.
I guess that maybe when they use three bodies, they can make, or two bodies, they can make into three bodies, which means they can make one guitar more. I don't know. It's all about saving.
It's a double whammy. The thinner body, which is a feature that you'll see across the whole Sonic range, and I think it was the same on the Bullet range.
Yeah, it is the same.
Thinner body means you can get more body blanks from the same piece of wood, so it's slightly more affordable. But because they know it's kind of targeting at quite likely to be a beginner, it also makes the guitar slightly lighter weight and a little bit easier to kind of play. So you are going to see across the whole range, all the pickups in the Sonic series have been upgraded now. So they're the same spec pickups as are in the next model range up, the Affinity series.
Really nice.
They're saying that maple fingerboard option added, which obviously infers that on Bullet series you couldn't buy a maple board, but I'm sure you could. But anyway, so we've now got a mix of maple and laurel boards. As Pete said, we've got thin, lightweight bodies. Loads and loads of cool shapes and loads of cool colours. You can't really see that. We'll do some stuff on screen. But as Pete said, we're starting with the Telecaster.
Right, so I'm in the Katana 50, affordable amplifier, and no pedals on.
this is the Squier Sonic Series Telecaster. It features 6 saddles with a top-loaded hardtail bridge. So you spin the guitar
so it's
over.
top-loaded.
Yeah, you can't string this through the body, which you can perhaps on a more traditional Telecaster.
No
so
holes.
through the top. 2 single coil pickups, obviously. They are ceramic pickups.
Ceramic.
We've got sealed gear machine heads.
Like a Kiss from a Rose.
Chrome hardware and single ply pick guards. According to the blurb here, 4 different colour options.
Nice.
So you've got black with a maple fretboard. Probably the most classic looking of all time, the butterscotch blonde with the black pick guard with a maple board. And then we got the blue one that Pete's playing, California Blue.
California Blue.
California Blue.
California
and Torino
Blue.
Red, again with a laurel board. Can we hear that with a big gain,
Absolutely,
maybe?
you can. Right, I'm going to put some overdrive on here.
Anyone not looking at their screen now will be going, I thought they said Pete was doing the demo.
Oh, it is. Yeah, man.
Anyway, it's a
sounds
great
good,
sounding,
man.
great sounding
And
guitar.
it feels really nice to play. It's a really lovely setting finish neck. And how much are these?
Every single guitar, by the looks of things, in the Sonic series, so not including the basses, is 169. That's
169?
That's pounds, including VAT. List price.
I'll tell you what, that's not bad.
€199. Don't know what it'll be in the States, but somewhere around about that, I would
That is
imagine.
not bad at all.
One of the guitars that we don't have today, which is annoying because it's uber cool, but it's the Telecaster kind of vibe, is a model that they've not done in the Bullet range before, which is the Esquire H for humbucker. So the Esquire was a really early alternative to the Telecaster that only had a bridge pickup on it. So what they've done for the Sonic series is to sort of reissue a modern take on that with a humbucker at the bridge. Other than that, and the fact that the bridge will be obviously a slightly different shape to house that humbucker, it's basically the same
Black
guitar.
scratch plates.
Yeah, but 2 super cool colours on screen now, right? So we've got the purple and the white. They look absolutely great.
How did they get that purple idea from?
And so if you're perhaps thinking to yourself, I like the Telecaster shape, but I want something that's perhaps a little bit aiming at that sort of more rocky metal kind of vibe. Yeah, I suppose
we could go to this one. There might be a little bit similar.
Why not then?
Yeah.
So
look at this. Hello, Kitty. Hello.
So this is the Stratocaster HTH. Now there are several versions of the Stratocaster in the new Sonic range.
And tell me it doesn't feel light.
It's very light. Yeah, it's very light. We've got 3 of the 4 Strat options here today. Bizarrely, the only one we haven't got is the completely traditional 3 single coil Stratocaster, but they'll be on screen now in the various colours that they're available in, which is actually several. You've got this amazing purple, black with a white guard if you want to look a bit Eric Clapton, blue
Hank
with a
Marvin
black guard, two-tone sunburst, which looks great, and I don't know, left-handers start complaining now because it would appear the only left-handed guitar in the whole Sonic series is the basic Strat.
But do not shoot the messenger here, please.
It's not our fault.
No, it's not our fault.
But hey, or be like Jimmy, just play a right-handed one upside down.
Yeah.
Or be like Rabir and just learn to
play
play
the other way.
right-handed.
Wow.
Anyway, look at that, Rabir. We just mentioned you basically in the same sentence as Jimi Hendrix as an influencer.
Wow.
Right, okay, so before we look at the HSS Strat, which I've got here,
Everybody
and
knows
the
those anyway.
hardtail Strat, which we've got here, Pete, let's do tones. I mean, this is a rock guitar, right?
Yeah, super
You know
simple.
what this is? I'm sorry to keep interrupting you. This is almost exactly what the Tom DeLonge signature Strat looked like when
DeLonge. Absolutely.
And aren't they touring this year? Reformed, Blink 182 for a bit of. I think they are.
They're called 181 now because they're 187 because they're a bit older now. So. Anyway, so this is super simple, volume and tone. So this is one of the kind of guitars where you kind of need to learn to use your, either you put everything
or you
on
just play everything on full and just go.
And you just turn it up loud, which I can try to do. I mean, that's still
yes, baby.
And I can put a bit of a gain on.
That's great,
that's not,
man.
Yeah, so
I mean, that
cool, fun guitar, isn't it?
Two great colours on screen now.
Sample.
All black guard, Laurel fingerboard, or the pink one that Pete's playing. I love that. That's very, very cool. Again, 169.
169. What do we want to move on to now? Do we want to stay in the Strat shape kind of vibe?
Why
now?
not just, okay, so we'll just do this basic Strat. I think this kind of covers
Rusty me up, baby.
all three of the other Strat options. So before Pete starts playing, this is, as I said, called the HSS Strat. That means it's got two single coils. That's what the SS bit is, and the H is the humbucker. It has a trem system, which obviously means you can get that sort of vibrato on the notes. You can have a 3 single coil, what's called a hardtail. So there's no trem system here, it's just bolted down. That'll be great in terms of, very stable string.
But that's staying through,
tuning.
right? So it's not doesn't go through the body.
They're all, every guitar here is a top-loaded bridge.
Top loader.
That's that one, and perhaps actually as I'm talking, colours will come across screen.
Yeah, come across the screen.
And as I mentioned before, obviously we've got the basic 3 single coil, so that exact guitar, but with 3 single coil pickups on it rather than the humbucker at the bridge.
Yeah.
Again, lots of different colour options, neck options, etc., etc. They're all 169. Give us some tones. I mean, HSS, that's my favourite kind of versatile combination because you've got lovely clean bell-like sort of sounds here and a bit of grunt at the back if you want to sort of use some
And
gains.
you've got the... There was a reverb on there that cost the same as 2 of these guitars. Anyway, so here is the neck pickup. Position 4. Middle position. And then you've got these 2 pickups together. There's no split or anything here. So. Bridge pickup. A bit of gain.
can
That was
tell
a
you're.
pretty good,
I can tell you're enjoying playing that.
I was just having I mean, I've been playing all weekend, and yesterday, even when I got back from the thing in Larvik in Norway, I came straight back in, and I've been on the flight, traveling for 8 hours, come straight in, unpacked my guitar, and just sat down and played. After all of that, and I love this. This is really good, man. Look, this is stayed into
I know
here.
this is a Boss amplifier, and this is a Squier video. So sorry, Fender, that we're not using a Fender amplifier. But this amplifier and that guitar, I bet you most places you could probably pick that up for about 400 quid for the two. And that is a phenomenal. I mean, you know, like little gigging rig.
Yeah.
For, you know, you could join your first band with this kind of thing.
Absolutely. I mean, I would also recommend, you know, if we are talking the Fender thing, I would recommend the little Champion 50 or the XL40 or whatever it's called. It's got that Fender's clean sound. It's just beautiful. The reverb's proper Fender's, like sounding spring reverb, you know. But this is such a, I mean, lots of people have got this as a starter kit, perfect starter kit, in my humble opinion.
So,
and this was great, man.
Speaking of starters, back in the early 60s, Fender introduced the Mustang, which was at the time designed to be more of a student edition kind of guitar. So a simpler design, a slightly shorter scale length to perhaps encourage people that wanted a slightly more compact instrument. And then the Mustang over the years became kind of just like a go-to guitar for lots of alternative kind of bands that just wanted something a bit different to a Strat and a Telecaster. So you've got two variants of the Mustang now in the sonic range. One with single coil pickups that I guess is the closest to the original kind of Mustang, available either in the two-tone burst or the Torino red, which looks great. Or
they're doing a two-tone sunburst at this price point.
Yep. Wow. On a few different of these models.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Or you've got the Mustang HH, which is the two humbucker one. This, in fairness, was available in the Bullet range, but obviously has just had all of the upgrades now that we talked about before, and is now in the Sonic range. A couple of slightly more contemporary colours, so blue with the black guard and pink with the white guard.
Nice.
Yeah. Again, these are all the same price, so $169.
Is it Laurel board here on
Laurel boards.
Yeah, okay.
So look, let's just. I mean, you got the big headstock now on
the
Mustang, which kind of actually I don't know if that. I think that's different to the Bullet series. Kind of got a slightly. I don't know, kind of a different vibe.
I'm into the big headstock at the moment. I don't know what it is. It's a good look I like.
But I suspect, you know, again, this will appeal to really the same kind of guitar player that's going, do you know what, Strat and Tele looks a bit like the guitar my dad had, so maybe I'll go something a little bit more alternative looking.
Yeah.
But it's a cool guitar in its own right.
And it's a super simple guitar as well. It's a top-loaded string saddle here. You've got tone and volume. You've got a 1, 2, 3 way selector switch, so you can either have the front pickup both together or the bridge pickup. So let's start with the neck pickup. Nice and full and fat and juicy.
On that point, obviously the single coil one will sound perhaps brighter and more spanky, a little bit like probably more of a Strat style. So that'll be the tonal difference between the two. They'll obviously feel the same to play.
What was this designed to play, this guitar, when it came out? It was just like people just want to play a little bit of...
If I remember rightly, the original Mustang had a very simple kind of bridge, different to this, two single coil pickups on it. It may have even had the switches that like a Jazzmaster has.
It has some stuff up here, right?
Yeah. But it was just a cheaper...
It's a good little guitar, man. It feels really nice.
Baby.
Nice, man. Let's play a bit of gain. can't wrong with that.
This is a fabulous, fabulous range of guitars.
169, man, is such a good value.
Amazing for the
guitars.
money. Fender are also replacing the entry-level starter packs that they do with their little, Squier amplifiers and stuff to include the Sonic series now. Wow. So again, links for those will be below. I kind of feel the Mustang is an interesting one because it's that slightly shorter scale length. It probably does make me think it's maybe slightly more suitable if you've got a much younger player that wants to learn to play electric guitar. I mean, I don't think the electric guitar is a massive instrument in the way that, something like a cello might be or whatever.
Cello.
So you can typically, I think, start on a full-size electric guitar from maybe, I don't know, 9, 10 years old, something like that. And I think if you're a little bit younger than that, so maybe you're like 7, 8 years old or whatever like that, and you're just finding the full-size one just a little bit of a stretch.
A little bit long.
Then maybe Mustang is a better option for you. But there's no sense that the Mustang is like a child-sized guitar.
No.
It's
same size neck and everything, so what you get here, you get here as well. So,
but I don't know, it's just amazing, isn't it? I mean, crikey. I took my mum out for lunch yesterday. With,
oh God, yeah.
With the family.
How much was that then?
Well, 2 of these basically.
Yeah.
2 guitars just to have lunch on Mother's Day. I just think it's a great way. And there's lots and lots of great guitars out there on the market now. But if you want a brand that you can trust, Squire's the one to go for.
And the resale value afterwards because it's a known brand and all that different stuff, And of course, all the links are in the description below. All of this stuff.
Loads of great colours. I'm sure there's something for everyone there. Yeah. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of our Squier Sonic demonstration.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, you might win a Klon.
Something.
Think how many Squier Sonics you could buy if you won the Klon and then sold it.
Or anyway. You just buy one Squier, sell the Klon, buy one Squier, and then keep the rest of the money to go on holiday for.
Right. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Love you.